Hi everyone, this is Shivam Sadana, RCIC, and today I'm going to talk about Ontario Immigration Nominee Program, also known as OINP. So there are 9 different streams through which you can get permanent residency in Ontario. But today I'm specifically going to talk about employer job offer foreign worker stream. I think it's pretty much clear from the name. If you want to apply under this category, you need to have a job offer. So if we talk about the employer requirement, the employers which are inside GTA, I mean the Greater Toronto Area, or which are outside GTA, the requirement is different for both the employers. So let's talk about the one which are inside the Greater Toronto Area. The employer need to be in business for at least 3 years, and they need to have a gross revenue of 1 million in the past year, and they need to have 5 full-time employees who are either Canadian citizen or permanent resident. And if we talk about the employers which are the outside GTA area, the requirement is pretty much half. They need to be in business for at least 3 years, but they only require $500,000 revenue gross and 3 full-time employees who are Canadian citizen or permanent resident. And if we talk about the job offer needs to be full-time. It cannot be part-time, it cannot be seasonal, it has to be a full-time with no end date. And it has to be in NOC O, A or B category, right? And the employer need to offer a median wage. And if you want to check what's the median rate in Ontario for specifically your job offer, you can go to Job Bank and look for them under the wages section. And if we talk about the applicant requirement, the first requirement is you need to have 2 years of cumulative work experience in the past 5 years. That means the people who are living outside Ontario or who are living outside Canada, they are also eligible to apply under this category. And what I mean by cumulative experience, that it doesn't have to be continuous. If your part-time experience added to up to 2 years, you are eligible to apply. Even the self-employed people, they are eligible to apply under this category. The second requirement is you need to have a valid license if your job is regulated in Ontario. And another requirement is you need to show that you have intent to live in Ontario, which you can show it by applying for jobs inside Ontario, having a job offer, you have studied Ontario in the past or worked in Ontario, or you have professional ties or your personal ties and a relative that lives in Ontario. If we talk about the scoring factor, it's totally different from express entry because this is a paper-based PNP. This is not express entry. So there are a couple of factors which affect your score. And if you want to calculate your score, you can go to the OINP website and you can definitely do that. So your points factor depends upon many things: your NOC level, your NOC type, your wage level, if you have a Canadian experience, and what's the job location. There are very few specific points that you need to take care of, right? And the first thing, which is very important, if you want to submit an expression of interest, you need to be qualified before you submit. It's not like you submitted and then you are completing your experience. So you have to be eligible before you submit an expression of interest. And once you submit an expression of interest, you can only submit 1 expression per immigration stream. It's not like you can do 4 or 5. This is just going to delay your profile and nothing else. And the good thing about this program is the expression of interest, there is no cost for that. So it's totally free of charge. And once you submit the expression of interest and you get the invitation from Ontario government, you have only 14 days to submit all the documents. If we talk about the processing time, this stream, it's only take less than 1 to 2 months after you submit your total application. And if you're applying from inside GTA, that means if you have a job offer which is inside GTA, Greater Toronto Area, the fee is $2,000. And let's say if the job offer is outside the Greater Toronto Area, the fees is only $1,500. And if you have any other question, you can feel free to contact us and our team will love to assist you. Thank you.